Never, never, never die. 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 Never die.
All right. This is the Angry Dad. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And before we get into today's podcast, I'd like to thank my podcast sponsors, Everyday Fit Life. If you're looking for a nutritional program, something to follow, something that you can use, something that will help you out, I'm talking about lose weight, feel great, get in shape, what you need to do to just like have a plan of attack. I'm talking about you want to lean out and tone up. Well, guess what? There's a lean body and a strong body program. The strong body program will help you strip fat, build muscle. It is possible. Follow the instructions, follow the book, read the book, and each book comes with a workout. And guess what? You can get hooked up at Everyday Fit Life. Use code AngryDad at checkout for your program needs. That's Everyday Fit Life. Use the link in the notes. It really helps me out. Max Performance For You. That is maxperformanceforyou.com. Maxperformanceforyou.com. Max Performance for the number 4 YOU.com for your peptide needs. Get that mutant factor happening. I'm talking about that Wolverine stack, that BPC 157 TB 500 combo. Get hooked up. They also have those GLP-1s, GLP-2s, GLP-3s. You hear all these GLP things. I don't know what it is. It's Ozempic, Trizepatide, Wegovy, Retatrutide. Get hooked up with 10% off with code AngryDad at checkout for Max Performance number 4 YOU.com. Code AngryDad for that 10% off. Get hooked up. Use it. The link in the notes. It really helps me out. I appreciate it. All right, let's get into today's show. You know, it's the beginning of the month. It's the 2nd. You know, happy birthday to my mom because it's her birthday and all that good stuff. So I love her to death. But you know, one of the lessons that my mom has taught me is, what do you do when shit falls apart? What do you do when life fucking throws you a turd, that motherfucker hits the fan, and shit spins out of fucking control? You know, it's something I had to learn because I've had it happen to me multiple fucking times. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely fallen flat on my face, right on my ass, and lost my lives. And when I mean lost my lives, of course, I'm not fucking dead, but what I'm talking about is everything and anything that was held near and dear to me was taken away. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about box of clothes, some shoes, and I'm sleeping on a fucking couch. You know, I've definitely had that happen to me, you know, well, twice. And I've definitely, you know, come back from it each time. You know, it sucks. It fucking happens. It's not fun. It's not comfortable. It's the most horrific feeling. You know what I'm saying? And there's obviously people that had much worse situations than me. But like I said, I've definitely lost it all, got it all, lost it all again, and rebuilt my life. But it's taught me lessons. It's taught me things, and it showed me something in a mindset form that I didn't think I had, knew, or just didn't know was a thing. You know, and every time I've fucked up, I've come back stronger and I've come back better. And it's because I've always wanted to be better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta learn the lessons the hard way. Whether you learn them the easy way or learn them the hard way, because I've definitely had plenty of people in my life giving me information, giving me advice, and, you know, I'm smarter than that. You know, how many people can relate to that fucking shit? But that's a real fucking thing. And it really fucking happens. It's one of the purposes of this podcast, because like I said, if I can speak my mind, talk my truth, and just give my perspective, my knowledge, and the shit that I've gone through, it might change people. You know, it might give them an opportunity. It might fucking, you know, pivot their life. But at the same time, that light bulb could hit and it makes sense. Because I've definitely fucked a lot of my life up the hard fucking way. You know, and learning those lessons the hard way, I've learned to listen to the things around me, understand the things, be more aware of the things around me to help me make better decisions. And also, too, to fucking, you know, I've just grown to have that experience and recognizing when shit's about to fucking go crazy and when to remove myself from that fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I've learned. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of those things that we all need to understand, is that we got to be open up to learning, to hearing, and to fucking understanding what the fuck is happening when the red flags are fucking happening in our lives. Because those red flags fucking hit. And a lot of us are too fucking stubborn to give a fuck about those fucking flags. You know, we're too hard of a man. We're too tough. We're too fucking like, I don't need this fucking bullshit as people. And I'm definitely hard headed like that. And I'm not as hard headed as I used to be, because now when shit starts going crazy, I know how to step back, assess the situation, understand what the fuck is going on, and try to address the actual fucking issues that's happening either with me or with the people around me. You know, and it's something I constantly talk about on here because I want people to recognize that shit. The sooner, the fucking better. Because the sooner you fucking recognize it, the sooner you fucking get it, the sooner you can fucking actually create a better fucking life for yourself, because you're not sitting there fucking just letting shit destroy you. Because life does happen like that. It's fucking crazy, but it does happen like that. I can't stress it enough because, like I said, I've definitely been there, done that, and I don't want other people to deal with that fucking shit. You know, opening up your eyes to what's actually fucking happening. Here's the things that you need to fucking pay attention to. Are you happy? Do you feel nervous? Are your emotions everywhere? Is your mind scattered? Is the effort you're putting into feel like it's not going anywhere? Things aren't changing. The people aren't changing. No one's listening to you. Fucking, you know, are you just miserable? Because that's the key fucking factor in a lot of this. That's the big number one right here. And when you can recognize that, you can actually look around you. And like I said, you can assess what's making you unhappy. Is it your job? Is it your relationship? Is it the interactions with other people? Is it your health? Is it your fitness? Is it something that's putting you in this fucking mood and keeping you fucking there? Because that leads to a lot of fucking places. You know what I'm saying? Leads to feeling unworthy. It leads to depression. It leads to confusion because you feel your life, or you are making all these mistakes and you are the problem. And, you know, it could be you. It could be the people around you. It could be the environment you're in. It could be a lot of things, but you can't fucking address the problem until you actually address the main fucking issue. What's going on with me? That's just what it is. The second thing you need to fucking make sure you're paying attention to is, where are your efforts going? Are you putting your effort into something that's not productive? Are you putting your effort into something that's taking you away from what's most important to you? Is somebody taking all your effort and fucking just squandering your fucking time? You know what I'm saying? These are things that you have to fucking be aware of, because guess what? You need to assess it. You need to address it. You need to understand if that's happening to you, because if it is happening to you, guess what? If you weren't putting effort into something that was drawing all your attention and time away from you, your family, and your loved ones, you know what I'm saying? Is that building the wall? Is that building this border? Is it building a boundary that people can't help you, talk to you, or convince you? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of times too, you know, men don't know. You know what I'm saying? People don't know. Because you're doing something doesn't mean everyone else around you understands it, gets it, or sees the perspective of what you're fucking trying to fucking do. That's what I'm fucking saying. You know what I'm saying? That could be a big factor in that. You know? And the other thing too that you need to also understand, and this is, like I said, this is the last thing I'm going to say about for just say a number 3. Are you communicating what you're thinking to those around you and those that you love? Are you just talking enough so people understand where you're coming from? A lot of people don't do that. As men, we don't do that. We don't express our concern for money to others, whether we need it or not. You know, is it a focus point in your brain where you're constantly worried we don't have enough money? I'm not making enough money. I'm not doing enough to make enough money. And then it builds a tension. It builds a frustration, because anybody who brings up money, as in your wife, your kids, your husband, or whatever the situation is, all of a sudden it's tense and tight, and you don't want to fucking talk about it. It's something that we need to freely express. understanding financial situations, understanding that in that fact of like, hey, money's tight, money's not tight. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend, spend. Be frugal, don't be frugal. You know, it's just opening your fucking mouth. And if the financial fucking situation is the biggest factor in your relationship, if the person is hounding you about fucking like you need to make more money, do more money, or what's it called, and they're not helping you in that financial situation, then guess what? That's something that needs to be highly fucking addressed because guess the fuck what? That person is hurting you. But if you can have a financial conversation with your significant other, your family, or whatever, and everyone's understanding and gets it and knows it, guess the fuck what? That's a proper fucking relationship. But you don't know that conversation is going to happen unless you have that conversation. You see what I'm fucking saying? You know, if you're depressed, if you're unhappy, if you don't feel good or something makes you feel awkward or something's happening that you just have a strong emotion towards and you don't express it, then that situation will continue with that fucking person or whatever is going on because no one fucking gets it. No one can read your fucking mind. You're not communicating that. You see what I'm fucking saying? You know, having open communication means having open communication. I'm talking about any situation, any fucking issue, any fucking problem. If you are not talking, speaking, or addressing it with those that you fucking care for, love, and those who really need to know what the fuck is going on, guess the fuck what? Because you don't, they don't know. We're not fucking mind. People aren't mind readers. I'm not a mind reader. But when that's happening, guess the fuck what? That issue cannot be addressed. That issue cannot be talked. So either that person's living their fucking life thinking everything's okay, or they're on the same fucking page so you can live your life as a fucking team and get shit fucking handled. That's just the name of the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? If someone's coming over, someone's addressing something, or like I said, someone's unhappy about a situation, whether it's your wife, your kids, or whatever, and they don't express it, you don't fucking know. Because guess the fuck what? They don't want to have that conversation because they feel uncomfortable with it. You should be able to feel comfortable with whoever the fuck you're living with, being with, or share your life with to have these open conversations because it will correct 99% of all fucking problems. It will fix the situation. It will help the situation. I don't give a fuck how fucking unmanly it might seem. You're fucking once I figured out that, hey, just say what's on my fucking mind. Or even just address, hey, I'm upset. I'm angry. I just need a moment to fucking breathe. Give me a fucking second. And guess what? You can have that. And then come back and then address the situation because this is why I'm mad. This is why I'm upset. This is what's going on that's making me feel like this. If we can stop it, fix it, or fucking, make some kind of adjustment so it doesn't happen again, I won't be happy. I won't be mad. I won't be upset, and I can live my fucking life. And like I said, there's going to be heated arguments. There's going to be conversations. There's going to be all these fucking things. But at the same fucking time, just opening your fucking mouth and being able to have a conversation, a mature conversation with the one that you fucking care for will fix so many fucking issues and so many fucking problems. And people just feel too fucking much pressure. There's too much on their plate. The world's on their shoulders. They need to protect. They need to fucking care for. They need to shield people from fucking their emotions and their problems because they don't want to fucking burden anybody with it. Well, guess the fuck what? That's the whole purpose of a marriage. That's the whole purpose of a relationship. To share the fucking burden, to fucking help each other, to be there for each other, to fucking to take care of one another. Because those are the key things to fix fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm just trying to have an open-end conversation with people who are fucking listening to this because I want you guys to know this. These are things that if you fucking hear, see, understand, you can have a much more comfortable and better fucking life out there. All you got to do is just pay the fuck attention. Be aware. Understand. See the fucking flags. See the things going on. Assess it. Address it. Fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? And don't feel awkward. Don't feel fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't have a real conversation with the person that you care for or the people that are in your lives, and you need to fucking really step back and assess and address that, because that's the kind of people that don't need to be in your life. If they're putting you down, if they're not fucking being a positive force in your life, if they're not helping you achieve something great, to be fucking better, to fucking take yourself to the next level, look, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of people that are fucking holding you back, keeping you down, and forcing you to be like that. Forcing you to stay the fucking same. Forcing you to feel a certain kind of fucking way. And a lot of us don't want to feel a certain kind of fucking way. We want to feel good about ourselves, and that's just what it is. So, guess the fuck what? This is the Angry Motherfucking Dad. You want to watch my shit? YouTube. You want to listen to Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that fucking bullshit. It really helps me to fuck out. I'm also part of the Inner Circle Podcast Network, group of powerful podcasters out there sharing their shit. That is innercirclepn.com. We'll take you to every one of our websites, every one of our shows, so make sure you check it the fuck out, because we have shows as The Plunge, Failing Hollywood, Simmons and More, The Untrade Die, The Hood Diner. Shit happens when you party naked, so make sure you check the fuck out. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Never die. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living.